The NFC North is the toughest division to predict. You don't really know what's going to happen. Let's try to break it down anyway. What's going on, guys? Dick's Report here, back with another video, and today we're talking about the NFC North. As always, we're going to start with the Chicago Bears, and you'll see what I mean when I say this division is hard to predict. Right from the beginning of the offseason, the Bears had two goals in mind. Get help for Justin Fields and rebuild this defense. That's why they got guys like DJ Moore, Nate Davis, Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards. They drafted Darnell Wright. Those goals were in mind, and that's what they spent the offseason doing. In terms of getting help for Fields, they got exactly what they needed. DJ Moore is a #1 receiver in this league. Nate Davis and Darnell Wright are going to fit right in with this offensive line. If things go their way, then Fields should have a breakout season in year 3. Now, they did lose Dave Montgomery to the Lions in free agency. Hopefully, they have somebody that's ready to take over. Now, on the defense side of the ball, you bring in guys like Edwards and Edmonds to be leaders on this team. If things work out for Chicago, they could be a dark horse to make the playoffs. We'll see what happens, though. If things go the Lions' way in Week 18, they're in the playoffs. And now, people have them as the division favorite this year. Well, you can't really argue with that after the season that Jared Goff had, the fact that they have one of the better offensive lines in the NFL, and they went out, they got guys like Cameron Sutton to help out his secondary that needed it. Jeff Okuda's no longer there. Neither is Jamal Williams or DeAndre Swift. However, they got David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. They also got Jack Campbell to lead this defense. There's a lot of things to like about the Lions this year. And if they play like they did during the second half of the season, then they will win this division. For the first time in a while, Lions fans have something to be excited about, and that could be scary for the rest of the NFC. For the first time since 2008, somebody other than Aaron Rodgers is going to be starting for the Green Bay Packers. That honor falls to Jordan Love. Hopefully, he's ready to go. They drafted him in the first round in 2020. He spent the last 3 years on the bench, learning from Aaron Rodgers. Hopefully, he's ready to go. And hopefully, he has enough to help him. Yes, you have Christian Watson, who was a breakout candidate. Aaron Jones is there. You have A.J. Dillon. But do they really have enough? They did draft 2 tight ends and a wide receiver day 2 of the draft. But again, is that going to be enough help for him? That is the big question. Now, they didn't really go out and sign anybody in free agency. They did draft Lucas Van Ness in the first round to help out with the edge rushing, especially since Rashawn Gary's coming off an injury. Hopefully, he's ready to go week 1. Packers have a lot of questions going into this season, and really a lot of people have low expectations for them. But maybe they shock people. They've done it before. Maybe they'll do it again. Speaking of shocking the world, how crazy was Minnesota's season last year? This was a team that won the division, hosted a playoff game, won a lot of games in the regular season, and yet had a negative point differential for most of the season. They were perfect on their one-score games during the regular season. That's not sustainable, and hopefully they're not banking on that 2 years in a row. And also, they got some players to replace. Davlin Tomlinson, Patrick Peterson, Zadarius Smith, and Adam Thielen are gone. They did sign Byron Murphy and drafted Jordan Addison to replace Thielen. Hopefully, Addison is up to the challenge because he is going to be set up for success as a rookie with Justin Jefferson on the other side. Hopefully, he's ready to go. The Minnesota Vikings may have won their division last year, but they had a lot of things go their way. And again, you can't count on that 2 years in a row. Perfect in one-score games in the regular season. You just don't see that often. Hopefully, the Vikings team learns from their mistakes last year and is an even better team this year. Then again, in the NFL, things change quickly. Alright guys, those were my thoughts on the NFC North. Next up is the AFC South. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.